Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Last time we had a look at the first part of this DLC right here, and today we will have a look at the rest of the whole DLC. And we basically just have to go through this village over here, then through these woods over there that look from this angle, from this far away. It looks fairly small, this area, but it's quite detailed and quite big behind there. Especially stuff surrounding this building becomes a bit more complex. And yeah, and then at some point we will end up in the bowels of this hill. Whatever. So let's keep going. We stopped here last time. This is a point of no return. This is one of these passages where you are sliding down. And these points of no return really create something interesting, because right here we don't have a bonfire. Not right away, at least. So we have to go onward to find the bonfire, obviously. But we don't have the option to go back right now. That's the interesting part about it. I'm a bit tired. Once again, I'm always a bit tired, but... well. And let's see what this place has to offer. A poison swamp? I honestly don't know if this poisons you or not. I don't think it does. And then inside a bunch of these creatures. We will have a look at them right now, because they look strange. And they're fairly loud, so allow me to lower the volume a bit. Look at them. Ugh. What the fuck is this? Like, obviously a humanoid, their head got transformed into a bird's head for some reason. And something is growing out of their ass. Or out of their nether region. And of course we have these idiots over here as well. Probably then a fairly similar transformation. Or not a similar transformation, but a transformation caused by something similar, maybe. But yeah, I don't need to kill all of them, I think. Let's just keep going this way. We get back up here. Yeah. Okay. So what is this? A village? Or something? Maybe. We got a few buildings. Usually I would say that villages like these are way too small. Why do they have to screech so loud? Usually I would say a village like this is way too small, but I need to remember where we are right now. We are in a painted world, so there are probably not that many people here. And apparently many of them are fairly feral. Like, for example, living in a cave or just chilling outside. So it's no wonder that they only have so few buildings. But we also have a very interesting new enemy type here that I really like. I don't like fighting them, but the idea of them is pretty cool. Like, we have all of these bird creatures, or bird-like creatures, and then we have a capable version of them right here. And it's hard for me to see if this is their skin or if they're wearing something, but it looks like their skin, right? Let's have a look. If they're actually... oh no, we can't. Of course they have to disappear. Ah. Sadly I can't hold the game. But I definitely can do something similar to that with the next one. But let's continue. Weird thing again is like many times, not necessarily only in this game, but in other games as well, in the other games that we had a look at, this entrance, I mean, it looks like an entrance, right? It is an entrance. Right here. Yeah, this is clearly an entrance. Or maybe this is just... Because we have a... I don't want to call this a lake, but... we have some liquid gathering here. So maybe this is a channel. Like, this could very well be a channel as well. Not necessarily a path, because if it's a path, then why do we have this river here? Why do we have to walk into a river in order to get to the actual buildings? And then of course it's connected via a ladder, but it is probably built like we are going in from the back door, so to speak. Possibly not from the front. At least that's what I would imagine. The front is probably like ending with this building over there. And then this building... no, yeah, no. It ends with this building, of course. So what do we have in here? In here we have amber. And sadly, not a bonfire. It looks like a bonfire, right? If we come around here, we see this red glow. Maybe something, maybe the bonfire is obscured by something, but no. We have this NPC here.
Oh, well, there is nothing forlorn about you.
True.
You must be the other Ash, I suppose.
Yes.
Oh, finally, you have come. Oh, wondrous Ash, grant us our wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her. You are Ash, are you not? Is it not fire that you seek? Surely you have seen the rot that afflicts our world, but that which fooled the good father and buried the flame, after we had all made up our minds too. So, please, grant us one wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her.
So that's something. I've never really looked at his dialogue that precise before. So he's basically saying that, like, I guess Ariandel got tricked by something, or he's seen something, so he won't. He accepted the rot for some reason. And Frida, of course, is on his side, so she doesn't want to. She does not stop him or create a fire or something. But he's also talking about his lady, like someone else before, right? Can't remember. But yeah, the only lady that we've seen so far is Frida, but that's not what he is referring to, right? Gale also talked about her. So there must be someone else here, somewhere. And we have to show her flame. Very, very interesting. I wonder how it came to this whole rotting thing. And of course, what I've just noticed, like we have like all of these bird people here, and we are in a painting. And in Dark Souls 1 there were also bird people in the painting, right? The Velka's followers or disciples, whatever they are. The harpies. And in this game we have something similar, not necessarily Velka followers, excuse me, but also like bird-like people, which draws a similarity to Dark Souls 1 as well. But what I don't get so far is, like, you're painting a painting to put someone inside. It's basically a prison, right? A prison. Or a refuge for some. You can see it both ways, I guess, but I wonder why imprison Ariandel in here? Or why did he seek refuge here? Why is he here? That's my question. Why put him in this painting? I mean, Priscilla got imprisoned in the painting because of her being. Like, she's a half dragon, half god, I guess, whatever. And they hid her in the painting. What is Ariandel? What is so special about him? Why is he in here? Imprisoned or on his own behalf? That's what I want to know. And so far, to me, that's not really clear. Maybe I just need to read a few more item descriptions, or maybe I've already missed it. But I have no idea right now, and I hope that at the end of this episode I will know why that is. Because of dialogue, because of other factors, right? Because of the good factors. The bad factor would be I have to read it somewhere else, outside of the game. That would be the bad thing, the bad outcome. The bad ending to the story. Man, they're always... why are they so loud? Holy shit. Alright, I haven't bitched about these buildings right now. So let's start with that. Look at where the roof is. Here we got a roof up there. Don't want to fall down. Yeah, what is this tower for? And we see two windows there, boarded up, but still windows. Oh, there are no windows from the inside. Does it look higher up from the... Okay, I want to know something, I want to see something. Where is my camera? That now interests me. So... window over here, that's not that interesting. Aha! I knew it. I knew something was off. Like, the ceiling looks a bit lower than... or not a bit, quite much lower than the actual roof is. And this tower is also empty, like... okay. And over here, let's see, is there... nope. No entrance to this tower as well. That's kind of disappointing, because in some of these buildings we actually have access to the towers, but I guess not here. How unfortunate. I don't want to go there yet. Yeah, this one likes to vomit, very nice. Oh, he's not dead, okay. I wonder why some of them are extremely strong, like the assassin type birds. Like the one down there, for example. And then we have these that just look like shit. More ember, boring. So here I have two choices. Yeah, they like to push me down, okay. doesn't matter. Let's get rid of this one as well. So jump over this gap. Then grab this item. Nothing special again. How unfortunate. Here we got a crystal lizard. Right. Nothing over here as well. Right, another vomit bird. And from here we can try and jump over to this item. Let's try that. Ooh, the crow quills, nice. Okay, that's worth it. Let's read the item description. Thrusting sword wielded by Corvian knights and a special paired weapon when twin-handed. Brandish 4 thin-edged blades in the left hand. Okay, you have daggers and you have what is it called? Rapier, right? In their infatuation with Sister Frida, the Corvian knights sought to protect the painting from fire, and to this end took the execution of their own brethren. Okay, yeah, so these are followers of Sister Frida. Which is, well, already in this building there, in this city, town, village, whatever. In this place, there are already two factions here. The weak one, or the suppressed faction, like these. They wanna a new painting, basically. They want to get rid of this rot. And then we have the other faction that belongs to Sister Frida, that apparently like this for some reason, which is strange. And what I also don't like about this place, like, we see this channel now for the third time. Like, the backtracking here is real. That is not fun. And if I had rested at this bonfire, I had to fight the I would have to fight the Corvian Knight twice now. Not a fan of this backtracking. Ugh. Right, like, if you haven't looked or something, I don't know, if you're just listening, we just had to jump to a rock and then walk this path back up. Then we had to jump down on the other side of a gate to grab an item, and I already forgot what item it was, and had to go through the channel once again. And now we can finally keep on going. Let's have a look. Does not open from this side. Does not open from this side. Unfortunate. And here was an item. And right before I go any further, I wanna... Where's the camera? There we go. Where do they start from? Because there's supposed to be a Corvian Knight here fighting the... There's one on the roof. So they're wearing a helmet. Is this an armor? Oh, it is. Well, you know what? That looks... Or is this an armor? Now I'm confused, because some parts, like the arms and legs, they look like armor. But then their back does not look like armor. And it kind of reminds me of the Berserk armor from, well, Berserk. Has similarities. This one is clearly wearing something. And we can see the crow quills in action. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's take out the camera once again. I mean, I don't need to look at this one. Later on, there are a few that are easier to look at, that are not moving. What am I even doing? Okay, let's keep on going the main path first of all. There's a gate over here that does not open from the side, which this is a part that I really like about this area. That there are so many places where we can go now, or not many places necessarily, but we have now a few options. We can technically from here jump on this roof somehow. It's a bit difficult, it's a bit tricky, but it's definitely possible. Like this, right? So we can go onto this roof. Go inside here, have a look, there's nothing here. But let's just pretend that's not the intended way, because it honestly doesn't look intended. Then we can go over here as well. Right, and I might want to go from the other side. I want to see what's in this house over here. Because it sounds disgusting, and it is disgusting because there are these fly people. With a dark gem, okay. Ah, stop screaming. Ugh. Okay, let's just go around. I know it's a bit loud. No item in here. Thought there was an item in here. Apparently not. There's an item around this corner though. Can they stop vomiting? Holy shit. There's this toxic vomit, then there's normal vomit. Disgusting. Okay, finally some silence. Okay. Now we are on the rooftops officially. For some reason they've learned some magic. But I guess this village got some scholars as well, so makes only sense. But okay, the path forward is not this way, right? Or is it? No, the path forward is up through this tower. We can jump to this part though and unlock a shortcut. A very small shortcut though, because this level already is not that big. Honestly, this door looks like you can just smash it, but whatever. And this is such a weird shortcut. But we'll have a look at that later on. Because I want to just see what's around this corner. We're technically back at the beginning. To gain access to this rooftop. And the level design here is fairly brilliant. Ooh, the crow talents, very important. The cool thing about the level design in this place is that you have a fairly simple layout. It looks fairly simple, right? And it is also fairly simple. It's not that complex. So I've actually managed to make something very interesting out of this place by dividing the natural paths, like this for example. This path is broken. Or this piece of the wall is broken, so that you can't access this part from over here. Then we have to walk around some of these buildings we have to climb onto the buildings to drop down to certain bridges and certain other parts. And I'm talking about this this shortcut right here that we've just unlocked, because it doesn't really look like a shortcut, does it? But it actually is. Remember how we got onto that roof over here? We went around all of these buildings and climbed up that wall. And now that we've unlocked this door, we can climb on top of this wooden platform here in this building, and then drop down over here to climb onto the roof. And this is something that... oh, excuse me. Yeah. I'm getting tired. And this might happen just a few more times that I'm starting to yawn. But yeah, that's something that not many people think about when they want to create a shortcut. Usually a shortcut is like, there's a closed door, you have to open this door from the other side, or you need a key item for that, or whatever. But now you're opening a door that allows you to climb onto a platform that is connected to a bridge. And when you jump down this bridge, you're actually getting back on top of the roof again. Where previously, in order to get access to the roof, you had to go around all of the buildings and fight at least one more Corvian Knight and a bunch of vomit birds as well. Which makes this a pretty good, pretty good shortcut, I should say. So I wonder, how am I supposed to get to that item? Because I can just jump the gap. I can just... oh... let's do it without jumping. Because I think this is the intended way. First of all, I have to jump down here to get Gale's armor set for some reason. Let's read it after I got rid of these sounds. Because that's just so loud. I don't know why it's so loud all of the sudden. I didn't change anything. But I guess these birds are just loud, naturally. Okay, let's read the slave knight armor. Such a weird thing. What is a slave knight? Armor issued to slave knights. The fine craftsmanship made this a symbol of honor. Long ago, only the undead served as slave knights, warriors used as fodder in the bleakest of battles. They grew increpid, their skin charred black, and their bones twisted. Eventually, they went outright mad, but were never relieved from duty. Like, this is such a strange title. Either you're a slave or you're a knight. You're not a slave knight, that's... okay, that's just weird. That's just something that doesn't fit together, to be honest. But yeah, now we know that Gale is a slave knight. Okay, I wanna gain access to this item legitimately without jumping. So we have more backtracking to do here, I feel like. This one is a nice ambush. Oh, they drop. Doesn't matter. Okay, we have this Corvian Knight here. And then now this drop makes a bit more sense, right? So we gain access to this roof that we technically had access all along by jumping up this small area over here. Whoops, and I just fell down. Holy shit. What is going on? Oh no. Okay, if I don't want to do the roll, I have to let go of the left stick. Then I'm not rolling. So finally, progress. Sadly, again, this is something that is unfortunate, that there is so much backtracking even in the small area. Like, in order to gain to this item, you have to climb up here, you have to jump down this tower and get this item. And then you have to climb up again. Like, everything is going in loops. And I'm not a fan of that. Luckily, you can bypass some things. Some very small things here and there. But overall, not a big fan of the backtracking aspect of this place. So this room. Okay, which is the right window? Honestly, where is the right window? Huh? Oh, I'm missing something. Okay, I was missing something. All of these windows work. But now we can have a look at these bird thingies. If they're wearing armor or if this is their skin. So, this is definitely armor. Like, they are wearing armor. But up to what point? Let's have a look at the other one, because this one has a cape. Where does your armor start and where does it end? Ah, stop running. Can you just... He is shy. Is this all armor? Because his ribcage and his bag look like... Very hard to see. Such a cool design. Let's have a look at the other one. Where... Like, there's still armor? Is this... like the stomach? Is this still armor? I want to know that. Because it has the same color. Maybe that's just how they look, right? Kind of cool design though. I really like that. I really like that design. Probably one of the coolest or cooler enemies of this game. But oh well. Let's get rid of bird people. Oh. We get the useless spell over here. Right, in this game it's useless, and in Elden Ring it's quite decent. A lost miracle, a lost way of the white miracle. Launches a white discus which slices into foes and returns to its conjurer. It doesn't slice anything, it's like... it's nothing. Long ago, when the imprints left by the gods were still deep, miracles of the Way of White existed alongside Aureoles, whatever that means. Those who yearned for the long-lost Aureoles, kind of hard to pronounce for me, fully believed in that they would return one day. What are, or who are, or what is a Aureoles? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. Do I need to Google that? I don't want to. But finally, finally we have a decent looking church or chapel in this game. The only thing that is weird about this place is that these rafters over there are very close to the ground. It's not as high as I would imagine a church to be. And well, that's it. That's the only thing that I have to This is a raised platform that is pretty nice with some tables here. We have this altar over here and the table where people can like read stuff, whatever. Looks pretty good. Open up the door and all of a sudden we are on the other side of the gate. Strangely enough, we can't climb over this gate. Would be fairly easy to climb over this gate, but okay. Like, don't tell me that you can't climb over this thing. Everyone can do it. I mean, yes, it might be somewhat dangerous with these spikes on there. If you slip, then you're going to have a bad day, but you're not going to slip, are you? No one's going to slip. Of course, we have a ladder gaining access to gain access to this roof again. And over here we have a well. That houses a few enemies. That's dead, okay. But sadly there is no item, which is a big disappointment. I think there should be an item there. Then we have this building. Oh, hello. Right, we get some more tree ladies. Then we have this graveyard building. Looks like a crypt, doesn't it? From here. From this side it kind of looks like it. It's always... Okay, we have a chapel over here. Where, by the way, you don't have access to this bell tower. If it's even a bell tower, so... Or what is this? Oh, it's nothing. I forgot. It's absolutely nothing. Okay, well, I have to bitch about something, right? But now we have this building, which from this angle kind of looks like a crypt to me. I don't know why, or a mausoleum. I don't know what the difference is really. I think mausoleum is more accurate. It's not, but it looks like it. Then over here we have, I think this is another stronger tree as well. No, it's not. Never mind. But it's a bait. It's a big bait. And this looks cool. And we can write, or we can look in the arena again that we were in before, where we fought the NPC and the big wolf. But now let's get into the more interesting lore-wise stuff. More interesting stuff lore-wise. In that order.
I've seen your kind. Time and time again. Every fleeing man must be caught. Every secret must be unearthed. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end, you lack the stomach for the agony that you'll bring upon yourself. Forgive me, my lady. I swore an oath, but I have failed you, Lady Elfrida.
Okay. So what this display is, this is some, I guess, library. Comparing this to how many books there are, might be a library of some sort. Looks quite nice. And here we're getting invaded by what was his name? Let's see, maybe the Onyx Blade tells us who this name or who this dude was. I don't think so though. Elfrida, the eldest amongst her sisters and leader of the Sable Church, bestowed the sword to her knight. Only the sword was Only the sword was a farewell gift, and acceptance signified the knight's resignation from Elfrida's service. So I wonder if, like, Elfrida, the eldest sister amongst her, or the eldest amongst her sisters, and leader of the Sable Church, bestowed this sword to her knight. So she gave this sword to her knight. Only the sword was a farewell gift, and acceptance signified the knight's resignation from Elfrida's service. So technically he was no longer, like, when she gifts the sword to someone and they accept it, that means they're no longer in their service. But he still was, so he followed her into this painting, I guess. And then we get Elfrida's Black Flame and Reef Blade with Black Flame, born from the similarly hued flame that smolders within her. Also a very, very small hint at her third phase. Yes, this boss fight has 3 phases. And if you read this item description, or specifically the skill description, the game tells you that at some point she's going to use Black Flame. Because why else would you call this Elfrida's Black Flame and tell the player that a similar or a similarly hued flame smolders within her, if she's not going to use it at some point, right? But he was definitely protecting the secret here. He had the contraption key. Let's read this item description over here. Champion Captains, yeah, right. The key to the contraption leading to the attic of the archive found on the edge of the Corvian settlement. Wilhelm is his name, okay. After Sir Wilhelm led a white-haired woman to the attic of the library, he kept this key as if it were his life. Okay. So let's use the contraption. And smash all these books. Let's go upstairs, and quite the big staircase for an attic. But okay. And here finally is the painter. And I never got this. Does not open from the side. Makes sense. It absolutely makes sense why that is, but it for me. Okay, never mind. Let's talk to her first.
I believe. I feel the scent of ash upon thee.
Yes.
Thou art the one of whom Uncle Gale spoke. The one to show me flame. 'Tis good. When this is done, may I return. The door is open thanks to thee. 'Tis good. I promised
Oh.
'Tis good. When this is done, may I the door is open. 'Tis good. I'll head off to paint. I promised Uncle Gale I would.
Okay. I guess she still wants to paint because she's scratching into the table, I think. Let's have a look at her. If there's anything special about her. Because so far we only know that she's a painter. Any significant features other than she's very pale. She also... I want to have a look at the eyes. Oh, it's very difficult to control this. Her eyes look strange. Slitted like a cat's eye, almost. Interesting. So maybe she's not really human. Or also a human something hybrid. Like Priscilla maybe? Not necessarily a dragon because she has no obvious tail like Yoshka or something, but... No, I don't get it. This is so stupid. Does not open from the side make sense, right? She got imprisoned here. Or... yeah, she got imprisoned here. But then there's a balcony over here. With these broken parts, so you drop down here and you can open it from this side. Why? I don't get this part. I really don't get it. Huh? Doesn't matter. It's stupid. Now we're in the woods though. I don't think up to this point there is any new enemy, so let's just go through this area because it's fairly complex. It's easy to get lost here. It didn't look that big from far away. As I said, it's quite misleading how simple it looked from the other side of the cliff. But there are quite a few enemies here and it's quite dangerous. And it's also very easy to get lost here. Like, this is the way where we came from. We can probably slide down here somewhere. Yes, we can. Is there something over here? Let's see. So far, there seems to be nothing really here. And there is not. Oh, and the item is gone. Unfortunate. So far there's nothing over here. Good to know. We gain access to this roof though. Let's see if there's anything on this roof. Doesn't seem to be the case. Then why even give access to this roof, I wonder. Okay, let's keep going from down here again. We gain access to this tree. Almost. We don't gain access. I can't hit him. It's very confusing layout. It looks like you could gain access to this and you can probably jump. Oh. You don't even need to jump, you can just run over there. Well, that doesn't feel intended. Or is it? Is it intended? I'm supposed to... Huh? How are you supposed to get here then? This is not a viable option. No, you have to jump. Okay, you're supposed to jump down here then. Even though you can just run up this place. Okay. From here we gain access to this, to the elevator. To create a very small shortcut, I guess? Is there some... No, we can't jump down anywhere. Such a... Oh, it's necessary for later, okay. Such a strange shortcut to this place, though. I guess you can bypass a few enemies here and there. But you could also easily just run through this whole area. Some chunks, nothing over here. There it goes down again. I was there already. And if we go on the outside, well, I wonder if you can... We shouldn't, but I wonder if we can see some... What is this? This looks strange. I wonder if we can see some other buildings, but... What is this over there? Oh, it's just smoke again, okay. Never mind. Looked more interesting than it actually was. Let's fly out a bit. Well, I wonder if the painted words are in the same area. They lead to the same place. No, never mind. Wait, where are we? This is this part, this is this part. These are the woods, right? We started over there somewhere, right? No, this is the bridge, so we started... This part, that looks very strange from up here. But what I wonder is, like, if for example over there, in the woods over there is maybe the other painted world of Ariamis, not of Ariandel. That these places are in the same area, in the same pocket dimension, or maybe the paintings are just teleporters to other regions of the same world. But that's probably not the case. Because I guess you have to physically paint these words. I don't really feel this place though. That's the strange part. This is probably my least favorite area of the Soul DLC. Not because it's difficult or because it's a bit confusing. But I don't know, you're just fighting followers right now. But it requires a different skill set, I would say. As a level designer now, I'm talking about the level design itself. Because creating cities and villages or whatever is one thing. But then you also have to create landscapes now. And I'm thinking about, does this landscape somewhat make sense? But it's kind of hard to wrap my head around it. Not in the sense of... Definitely, I don't mean this in the sense of... Does it make sense that this rock formation exists? Because I have no idea about that. There are probably a lot of more knowledgeable people about that. I can't jump over there, unfortunate. But for sure, there are probably people that can tell me if this rock formation here makes sense or not, or if it's just a bunch of fantasy bullshit. That's not what I mean, but... Is this place telling a story to me right now? Because to me, it is not really. But maybe I'm just blind to that. Maybe I'm just too tired, maybe I'm blind. Because for hunting grounds or something, this looks too small. This is basically just a connector between the settlement and like the building where Frida and Ariandel are inside. But then we also have this big bell, which lets me believe there might have been another building over here. Because where is this bell coming from? That's what I'm wondering. That's a cool asset, but where does it come from? Does this game tell me where it comes from? I don't see anything. Why is this bell here? I want some bell lore. And also there are quite a lot of these followers here, this is kind of tiring. But finally we get our first shortcut. We can just... Like, this is a throwback to Dark Souls 2, where they started this whole kick down the tree thingy. This whole concept comes from Dark Souls 2, which is pretty cool. I still wonder, where does this rot come from? And what is it? It's like a mixture of blood and eggs and these parasites? I don't know what this is supposed to be, these worm thingies. They're not moving though. So what is it? It kind of reminds me of, what is it called? What is this movie or whatever called in English? Is it like War of the Worlds? No, does this movie exist, like with that name? You know, where like aliens attack Earth. That movie I'm talking about, and with the... I don't even know how the robots look like, the alien robots. Or their war machines, whatever. Were they walking on 3 legs or 2? I don't remember anymore. But I'm thinking about... Don't wanna fall down now. I'm thinking about that. And they're gathering all these humans, and what they leave behind is a web out of blood and stuff, like some organic looking web. And that kind of reminds me of that. Or also, if you've seen the... Like when Diablo 4 first got released, the veil where Lilith comes out of, this membrane made out of blood or something. Blood and guts. Kind of reminds me of that. Looks pretty cool though. Here again we have snow that collapses. I don't want to fall down there quite yet. Because I think there might be a better way of getting down there. Maybe from this side it would make sense. Going around here. Going up this part. Yeah, then looking to the side. And of course he falls down. Let's see what's around here. It's fairly hard to keep track of this whole area, right? This is the way to get back. But I missed an item over there. Huh. Doesn't matter, nothing special. There's a point of no return again. Right. So now I want to drop down. Oh. They're patrolling already. This is cool. This is such a cool part here. We have the dude with the axe who can create earthquakes. Let's see if if I can... No, he wants to go into melee now. Unfortunate. Does it look... Do they all have beards? This one has a much longer beard. And bigger antlers as well. Oh, and his armor looked slightly different as well. That's cool. So I guess the dude with the axe was some kind of shaman or something. But still, what are they doing down here? There's a single tree in here as well, so maybe there's some kind of holy place for them. Here we get the Earth Seeker. This large twin-bladed axe forged with bronze is a ceremonial weapon normally used in sacred rites. Millwood is a land of primitive earth worship where chieftain knights served as high priests. And it has the skill Earthen Wrath, thrust weapon into earth with a prayer to trigger explosive tremors. Right, we've seen this fairly short in action. Sadly, when the player uses it, we as players can't project the tremors forward. It's always in front of the player, which is unfortunate. Would be much cooler if you can project it like a few, like let's say 10 meters or so in front of you as well. But yeah, this is the way we can get back down. And then we continue. If you go on top of these, the snow over here, you're just directly falling into the pit with the dudes inside, which is not a great time. Now we're getting into the wolf territory as well. The followers go back, the wolves come out. And I guess this is like Millwood and wolf territory. Kinda strange how the... Oh, it's a follower, never mind. Here we get the follower torch. Let's read the follower torch fairly quickly. An offensive torch used by the Farron followers. Provides light and doubles as a weapon. Some forms of the abyss manifest as pus within the body. Treated from ancient times with fire. So okay, now we finally know, or now I finally know, that the pus has something to do with the abyss. Finally. I just needed to go into the fucking DLC. Now we know that every creature that is affected with the pus is slightly corrupted by the abyss. So the Farron Legion actually did a pretty bad job, I would say. At least when they've gone hollow. Because they're supposed to contain that shit, right? Maybe it would have been worse without them, could be the case though. Let's see, this is where we can oversee this area as well. Luckily these wolves didn't come jumping down when we were fighting the Millwood Knights. That would have been something. Wait, isn't there... No, this is where we came from, right? Because there's supposed to be another weapon here somewhere. A hammer, right? It's over here. And we got another red-eyed Millwood Knight. Quakestone Hammer. Another very earthy sounding weapon. A stone hammer wielded by Millwood Knights with a head of naturally formed stone. The Knights of Millwood would fight hand in hand with the earth itself, and this weapon, among the oldest in all Millwood, is symbolic of that relationship. As the skill Quake, bury a hammerhead into the ground with a great slam and use strong attack to upheave earth, creating a shockwave that rumbles like a mighty war cry. Very cool weapon art, or skill. Right, over there we have the final shortcut. But not after a fairly difficult passage over here. Because it's a classic concept, having an archer or having a defensive enemy, like a sword and shield guy or weapon and shield guy, in front of an archer. Just classic. Now we can finally get into this building. Kind of reminds me of a mine shaft over here. Maybe this got... I wonder if they dug in or out of this place. Probably out though. But what is this place? Where are we right now? Because it kind of looks like a crypt or like a mausoleum, but these boards on in the walls, they look too small for that. So I wonder what this place is supposed to be. Of course, this is the place where most of the rot is located. You can already see a bunch of eggs on the ground and a lot of these disgusting looking flies. We also have a few hidden rooms or whatever. Now it's getting disgusting down there. Even more disgusting than up here. Ugh. But let's explore a bit further here. Small ambush. Don't fall down. And then this should lead back up to Freda. Or Elfreda, whatever. Yeah, this leads back up. Okay, we can finally open the door and finish this cycle. Open up. Let's see if she has anything... Oh, wrong side. If she has something to say about the fact that we killed Wilhelm.
Be forewarned, eager Ash. Should this world wither and rot, even then would Ariandel remain our home. Leave us be, Ashen One. Thou art the Lord of Londor, and have thine own subjects to guide. Leave us be, thou art the Lord.
Feels a bit more urgent now. She becomes a bit more direct, at least it feels like it, in her warnings. It kind of sounded like a warning, doesn't it? But still strange, what is the purpose behind this? Why do they want to continue this rot? Why are they not opposing it? That's what I'm wondering. I don't get it right now. Why would someone want this? Why would you want this? This disgusting place. Oh. Hidden path over there. You definitely want a torch for this place, because without a torch... Oh, we got Wilhelm. Ugh, okay. I guess Wilhelm got tossed in here when he died. Come on, I don't want to kick. It's a bit much. There are quite a few too many flies in here. Luckily these are all not active at the same time. But still, look how many there are. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but at some point it's getting tiresome. So this leads back up, okay. And then of course, first of all we have to read Wilhelm's thing, like his armor set. There. The black armor of Wilhelm, Knight of Londor, and a nice fit for any lean hollow. This hollow knight, who served the three sisters who founded the Sable Church, was particularly loyal to the eldest and was known as a cold-blooded hangman. Now we've seen that far. Where is it now? Where's the contraption here? And in good old painting manner, we have to flip a switch or rotate something, whatever that's called, in order to unlock something, the path to the boss. A throwback to Dark Souls 1 again. And his statue once again is spinning around. And this might even be the same statue as in Dark Souls 1, but I can't really remember if it is the exact same statue. Or if it just looks similar, because Dark Souls 1 I think it was a woman holding a child, similar to this one. Turning around and opening a passage.
As ashes will be, ever seeking fire.
I mean, like, is it... I mean, yeah, Londor wants to usurp the flame. But is this also like a part of usurping the flame? Like trying to... but apparently in this place, in this painting, there is a tale, right? Of two ashes meeting each other, and then I guess the flame comes to burn away the rot. This is apparently a tale in this place. Or a prophecy almost. And I guess the prophecy just came true, or almost came true. Can I stand there? Yeah, it really looks like I should be able to stand over there. But we first, of course, have to go into the Colosseum-looking thing over there as well. By jumping down a bunch of roots once again. Do I care if there are a few items here and there? I don't think so. I don't think I should care about that. What I should care about is getting down there in one piece. So it looks quite dangerous. Well, this might be a slippery thing. Yeah, it's quite slippery. Even though these routes are much better than the ones in Dark Souls 1, it's still not so nice. Of course, we get this throwback to Priscilla's boss arena. I get a Pyromancer's Parting Flame, which is a new Pyromancy Flame, and we're getting invaded over here by a livid Pyromancer Dunnel with a katana. A mad spirit. A Mount Maker. And what do we get? Floating Chaos, okay. Let's read the Parting Flame first. The Pyromancy Flame of Livid Pyromancer Dunnel that attracts the echoes of death. When Dunnel lost his hideous spouse, he gave his own Pyromancy Flame as an offering, which transformed into a parting flame. Not long after, Dunnel became a mad spirit, damned to wander the lands. The skill is Parting Flame. Release store of death echoes to gain a modest dose of Estus. I think after killing enough stuff, you can use the skill to gain back a few Estus flasks, which is quite nice. But you're trading off quite a bunch of damage. Like the normal Pyromancy Flame deals more or casts stronger spells. And then of course this is like the plank where you have to jump off to get back to the normal world in Dark Souls 1. But yeah, of course in this game when you jump down there you're dying. You're just dead. And then we get the spell Floating Chaos, I think it was called. Pyromancer Dunnel was fascinated by this ceremonial art employed by the clerics of the Smoldering Lake. Summons a fire-spitting chaos orb. Chaos burns away in the blink of an eye, but was the primordial life born in the bed of chaos and a grievous symbol of Isolith's sin. Pretty cool that we get some character connected to the what's it called? Smoldering Lake. Oh, what just happened? Come on. What is wrong with my controller right now? Okay. For some reason I lost connect, like the cable got loose or something. Where is it there? Dariel Chapel. Okay, now that we got all the throwbacks behind us. Oh, she's still there. I wonder.
Leave us be. Thou art the Lord of London.
Oh, still the same thing. How boring. Okay, let's...
Flame flickering once again. Not enough blood yet shed. My flail. Bring me my flail. Ah, Frida. What stops thine ears? Please, my flail. Right away.
Okay, now I can finally open this up. Without going in there. Where are we right now? Wanna have a look at him. This looks like the Lord Vessel. Or like a Lord Vessel. Then we have this big hulking dude. For some reason tied to a chair, and the chair being secured to the ground by these spike thingies. His arms are very long. What kind of feet are those? What the fuck? Then him. He has feathers as well. So is he kind of a bird person as well as the rest of the people in this thing, in this painting? And then inside the Lord Vessel, what do we have there? Nothing. Ugh. And then we have a statue of Velka over here. But with a snake tail. What the fuck? Maybe it's not Velka. Kinda looked like Velka to begin with, but it's not. His room is also very interesting. Like, it's a very small room, but it should be bigger. There are these pieces, whatever these are, these fake walls, blocking the rest of the arena. For some reason it's not accessible right away. But let's get into the boss arena. Let's go. Hello, Mr. Ariandel. What's the deal with you? Oh. I just have to talk to him. For some reason I thought I had to just enter the arena. What's inside there? Can I have some soup? Ooh, he looks disgusting.
Oh. Bring Frida to me, please. Canst thou not see the flame flickering once again? Soon will it surge. I can see it, feel it.
Fret not, Father. We have no need of thy flail. 'Tis only the flame quivering at misguided ash. Please avert thine eyes. I will snuff out these ashes for good.
Aww. He doesn't seem to be evil though. Once again, like, similar to Dark Souls 1's painted world, the player feels like the aggressor in this case. But not really, like... Why does it always end in a fight, I wonder? Like, I just wanted to see what's going on here, like... I don't want to kill him or her. Like, I want to know why... all of that. And yeah, he has bird features as well on his hands. So I just thought about something. But I think the explanation has to wait for another, or for after this fight, because it's quite loud here. Stop healing. And the good thing in this boss fight is now we finally got rid of these fake walls, so we have more space in this arena. The other good thing is we don't have to kill both of them. They both share the same health bar, which is pretty good, and we can decide who to attack. But I guess this really is the Lord Vessel, isn't it? But this is not the end of the fight. So, do I want to read this stuff first? I think so. Before I'm wrong once again, let's read the soul over here. Soul of Sister Frida, one of the Twisted Souls steeped in strength. Frida was the first ash to enter the painting, but together with the good father, they chose rot over fire. But I wonder why, still. My guess would be that Frida is of Londor, thus wanting to create a world without fire, like a world for hollows. And apparently Father Ariandel, or Ariandel, whatever how you want to pronounce it, for some reason has a Lord Vessel. At least it looks like a Lord Vessel. Might be something different, but I think it's pretty fair to assume that this is a Lord Vessel. And with the Lord Vessel you can offer souls to the Lord Vessel, and there's like, I don't know, what is it actually doing? I have no idea. I mean, in Dark Souls 1 you can offer souls to the Lord Vessel to open a door. You can open a door with it, and you can teleport around with it. But in this game you can already teleport around and there is no door that you need to open, so what's the purpose of the Lord Vessel really? Maybe to create another fire? Like he just did, he just smashed the Lord Vessel on the ground, maybe offering a little bit of his soul to the Lord Vessel to create fire. And with that fire you can burn away the rot. However, we got him emotional by killing Frida for him, so that he's getting angry, sad, whatever, panicking, all these emotions to maybe offer his soul to burn this place down. And now that we've started a fire, the painter that Gale serves, apparently, can now start painting, because we showed her fire creating a new painting, and burning this one down, because this fire is not going to... This fire is not going out anytime soon. But still the question lies, like, why choosing rot over fire? What makes rot so much more attractive than fire? And I don't have a clear answer for this, because I'd rather see fire everywhere than seeing all these disgusting big flies and worms and blood and whatever, these... Ugh, this disgusting place. But is it like their idea of, or maybe Sister Frida's or the Sable Church's idea to lock away the Lord vessels so that no fire might be created in the future? Or maybe I'm completely wrong with that, but I still don't see the appeal for rot. Other than curiosity, maybe. Right? Maybe they were just curious, but... Like Ariandel was literally hitting himself in order to keep the flame down in the Lord vessel. Like with his flail. That we will see in a short time, because I want to have a look at the item descriptions of the items that we can create with the soul, because we can not only create her scythe, but also we should be able to create his flail with the soul as well. But let's read the scythe first. And holy shit, the skill description is longer than the lore. A great scythe wielded by Sister Elfrida with a curved blade thinly coated with painted world frost that easily breaks the guard of shields. In the painting, the scythe is a symbol of a long lost home, possibly explaining Elfrida's preference for it. Well, similar to Priscilla, who also had the Life Hunt scythe. The skill that now Aldrich uses, but whatever. Skill is Elfrida's stance. Conjure a magic blade support, a magic bladed support scythe into the left hand when the great scythe remains in the right. A stance derived from Elfrida's former swordsmanship. Use normal attacks to leap forward and swing twice, or strong attack to coat the earth with running frost. Pretty cool one. Pretty cool weapon. A lot of fun to use. And then we got Rose of Andariel. A flail used by the bulbous father of the painted world to shred his own skin, producing blood to appease the flame. Both a weapon and a miracle catalyst. Andariel, being the restorer of the painted world, knew that it was painted with blood, and only blood could protect the secret. And then get the skill Awakening, violently flail oneself to trigger an awakening that temporarily boosts the strength of miracles, just as the good father used the rose himself. That's interesting. Andariel, being the restorer of the painted world, knew that it was painted with blood and only blood could protect the secret. But what secret? What is the secret of the painted world? Is it the painter that painted this whole place with blood? Is she the secret? What is the secret? Elfrida is not the secret. Andariel himself is not the Andariel? How many times did I say Andariel? The demon from Dark Souls 1. Holy shit. The demon from Diablo. No, I obviously mean Ariandel. I said it again, holy shit. Yeah, I'm really tired right now. But Ariandel being the restorer of the painted world. Restorer. How do we did he restore the painting? With his blood? I mean, this item description already gives me more questions than answers to questions, so...
the man choose.
Yeah, shut up. So holy shit, what's going on? But let's go back and we can probably talk to the painter now. Whatever her name is. It took quite some time. But now it's burning. I showed her some flame. Are you happy now? I hope she's up here. Oh, she indeed is. Holy shit, your hair is very long. And she's doing the... What's her name? Shannon Lord swinging her legs kind of thing.
I can hear the fire crackle, and soon I will see it.
I mean, you can just go down and look at it right now. Is that your new painting? Are you using blood for it?
My thanks, Ashen One. I will finish the painting of a cold, dark, and very gentle place, so that it might make a home for someone someday. My thanks, I will finish the of a cold, dark, so that it might...
Okay. Have fun painting your next painting. I wonder if we can meet Gale here, maybe? Maybe he's somewhere else. Haven't seen him in a while. Nope, he's gone. Unfortunate. It was worth a try. Maybe he's somewhere in here, I don't know. Let's just end the episode in the burning room. If I don't see Gale anywhere, he probably isn't there as well, so. And then talk about this DLC as a whole. Hello Gale, are you here somewhere? No, probably not here where Wilhelm was. No. Nope, 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 not down there, not down here. Doesn't matter. We will meet him in the next DLC, probably, right? Well, yeah, if you're wondering what the other bonfire over there is, it's the path to the next DLC, so... What do I think about this DLC as a whole? I certainly enjoy it, but the other DLC is much better, in my opinion. The coolest thing about this DLC is probably the lore and another painting and all the stuff that I sadly couldn't uncover in this episode. So maybe if you have something that you might want to share, write it down to the comments. I'm definitely going to be interested in that. And I might as well just watch a few more videos about the story of this DLC as well. Well, let's talk level design and world design. World design maybe not as much because it's a painting and blah blah blah, right? I mean, it's a small... Let's start with world design this time, because there's not that much to say about it. Of course, we have with the buildings themselves that exist in the settlement and such. They're again a bit not optimally designed, where there are windows on the outside but not on the inside. you could make a two-story building. Ugh. Excuse me out of some of them, but it's not no access to the towers and stuff. You have heard it. And what I'm wondering, how do you even live in these paintings? Where do you get your food from? From outside of the painting? Do they have to bring shipments inside the painting, or because you can't grow shit in there? So you can maybe only hunt stuff, but are there even animals in there? Do you have to bring animals into the painting, or do you paint the animals? Whatever. I'm thinking too much about it, but I mean, it's a snow area, that's why I don't really like it that much. I'm not a fan of snow. Where does the snow even come from in here? From the windows? Probably. But yeah, world design is okay. Not my favorite. Not the worst. Looks amazing though. In some places. I mean, this room already looks amazing with the embers and the snow flying around. That looks nice as as particles. But yeah, let's talk level design, because that's the more important thing, in my opinion. If the gameplay is shit, then I don't know. I don't want to play a game where the gameplay is totally shit and the levels are very unfun design, but luckily that's not the case in this case, I guess. Because it's quite nice. We have different factions here, like we have the bird people, we have the bird people on the side of Ariandel and Frida, and we have the bird people on the other side. Sadly, they can't really fight back. The Corvian Knights. Then we have the Millwood Knights, the Millwood faction that got... got in here for some reason, I don't know. We got the Followers, also a different faction. Maybe they were trying to to burn away the rot as well. Maybe that was their idea at some point as well. Probably not though. But yeah, enemy variety is pretty good. Lots of new enemies. Not really any old enemies, come to think of it, except the crabs. Even the wolves are new, because they're not like dogs. They have a much more fun AI to it and better attacks. But no, I don't think there's any new enemy. Is there? Any old, sorry. I don't think there's any other old enemy other than the crabs. I'm trying to remember, but no, I don't think so. Everything is new, which is pretty good. Level design is quite nice. I don't like the backtracking though in the settlement, that you have to go through certain areas quite a few times in order to really get every single item. What I like about this area though, in particular the settlement, is how they put in so much interesting pathing into this very small space. Because the pathing, the way you have to progress through the settlement is quite unique and it's quite well designed, I think. It's very interesting, it's very fun to explore certain aspects. And I think the settlement is one of the stronger aspects of this place. What do you have? You have like the Millwood Tower is a highlight, so to speak. Then the settlement is of course a highlight, and there are only really these two areas that are big highlights, big level highlights, I should say. Of course there's this place, this chapel of Ariandel, not Andariel, Ariandel, the chapel over here, but that's not really a level, right? Is it? There are no enemies in here. It's just one building. There are enemies below. but that doesn't count, I think. But yeah, there's the what's it called? The settlement and the tower area. Of course, the woods as well. I count them towards the tower area, though. No, I think the settlement might be the most complex part of this area. Of course, you have the platforming part with the roots, or the two platforming parts with the roots, one with enemy, one without enemies. You have a bunch of throwbacks, 2 Dark Souls 1's painting, which is pretty nice. What else? The items in here are very fun. We get a bunch of new weapons, a few new spells here and there. That's not the highlight, I feel like. But the weapons are the highlight. There are quite a few cool weapons, like strength weapons. We get dex weapons, like the Corian weapons are dex weapons. Then we get the Millwood weapons that are strength weapons. We got a new great bow, which is nice. We get the very awesome scythe from Freedom, which is pretty cool, like extremely unique moveset. Sadly, the other boss, like the grave, I don't know what it's called, like the wolf and the dude is not. I mean, the wolf is a pretty cool boss fight, to be honest. The dude, not that much. So I guess that's because this DLC only has 2 boss fights, but technically 4 different entities in these boss fights. We have Ariandel, we have Frida that we have to fight Frida 3 times, Ariandel 1 time, then the NPC dude, let's not count him, because it's just an NPC, like an invader almost, and the wolf, so I can't complain with that. It's a pretty solid DLC. The other one is better though, which was not a problem. It's a very solid DLC, I should say. Fun level design, fun lore on top of that. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this area. Let me know if I forgot something. Write down some lore bits, maybe, because it is still confusing what their motive is, especially because I still don't get it. Why rot over fire? I don't. Maybe because fire gets rid of this place, but why even rot? Why not try to contain the rot in any other way? Like, you can still burn down the rot without burning down the whole painting, I feel like, but I don't know, maybe there's something else to it that I'm not getting. Yeah, write it down to the comments. I hope you had fun with this episode, even though I've yawned quite a few times, and I probably called Ariandel quite a few times Andariel. Or maybe just this once, I don't know. But now I'm paranoid that I've done it a few more times than just once. But yeah, I had fun, I hope you had fun, and I see you in the next DLC. Goodbye.